Hasan replying to this is, stop, you're silly. That's not true. Haha. This sucks. Okay. This tweet sucks. You want to know why it sucks? First of all, I don't know what the f***'s wrong with this account, but I think there's like something deeply wrong. Like this person is either unserious or like severely mentally ill, because this take in and of itself is so stupid. Okay, it's got to be like bait or something, because I can't comprehend a world where like someone lives like that and has these opinions. It's a 19-year-old. Yeah, I don't know. It has to be a pro Hasan troll. No, I don't think so. I think it's an anti Hasan troll. You're not more famous than Hitler, bro. They're capping. Yeah, Andrew Tate is not more famous than Hitler, and I'm not more famous than Che Guevara. Like, what the f is that? Is Hasan mad that he was rated a 9 out of 10? No, I'm mad because like this kind of shit is so stupid, and it makes it, people act like this is a real fan of mine, and like people genuinely think this way, okay? And then they go crazy over it. I'm a man, show results. I love this. There's a lot to cover. There's a lot to talk about. We have the weirdo who was like, Hasan is the sexiest, most famous leftist versus Andrew Tate is the most famous rightist in history. So this has got to be bait, okay? It's got to be bait. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. It's just so incredibly fucking stupid. And the worst problem about this is that like people do this. They go Hasan fans or something else. It's like, no, man, this person's not a fan of mine. And like the ideas that this person is stating are ridiculous. Like, come ask me what I think about this, okay? But instead, 90% of the time, it's like dumbasses that say all this shit, okay? This guy says rapist versus rapist. Yeah, me and Andrew Tate, identical. That's great. It's always like some freakazoid that makes like a bait Twitter thread, and it corresponds to people's like made up preconceived notions of me and my audience, and then they just like literally go off on it and go, Hasan sucks, he's so fucking stupid, that guy. And it's like, bro, I didn't do any of this. I don't believe any of this. I didn't do any of this. I don't think I'm the most fucking, like they're like this guy goes, they're having a sex trafficker off, 4,300 likes. It's like, are you out of your mind, dude? And it's always some freakazoid, okay, with like an anime avatar like this. It is so insane. It's like, what are you saying, dude? The type of shit that you say like this, okay, the type of accusations that you just drop on Twitter under the guise of anonymity is so wild. Like back in the day, you would get destroyed for shit like this, okay? One person is literally under investigation for sex trafficking, okay? The other person is me. Like nothing related to that at all. I am pro sex work. That's it. How much you want to bet Hasan has slept with one of those women Andrew has pimped out, okay? The pimp and the pimper. So like the thing I want to say about this is like back in the day, this kind of shit would get you absolutely obliterated, okay? And when I see stuff like this, I want to tie your social security to your account. I want to forcibly tie your social security to your account. Waifu turf, fucking 4chan green text writer writes shit like this and it pops the off. It's like a completely fabricated situation, and a bunch of dumbasses on Twitter are just like circle jerking, okay, about how much both me and Andrew Tate suck. And I hate it because I didn't start it. I don't agree with any of this shit, okay? And I think it's like stupid. It's incredibly fucking stupid. It's an incredibly stupid sentiment, and it's probably created for, it's most likely created for this kind of discourse and this kind of bait. For some incredibly stupid reason, it's just like people go along with it. It's basically Twitter in a nutshell. You know what I mean? It's like someone writes some idiotic thing that is specifically created for engagement baiting. Everybody gives it engagement, and they just continue popping off as though it's like the truth, as though this has any sort of shred of truth, when it very clearly does not. This person said, "Are you 15? Female Kissinger." And I thought it was funny. This is the first time I saw it. That loser was a nobody who posts a bunch of other TERFs and detransitioning propagandists. They love to be hateful and harmful, but also love Jesus. Stupid motherfuckers. They will never know happiness, and that makes me happy. I legitimately think that like a lot of problems online would be eviscerated if you destroyed the concept of anonymity. Okay? So much of the issues would go away. It's that thing that the Turkish chatter told you one time, throw enough dirt at you and some will stick. Yeah. This person, are you 15? And I thought it was funny because I saw this and I was like, what the f is this thread? And someone actually replied to this thread and I really liked it, which was this. People make up the idea that anyone thinks Hasan is some leader or revolutionary, then get mad at him for the idea that they made up. It's true. It's like, I've never said I'm a leader of any kind of revolutionary movement. I'm a content creator. I'm a streamer. I'm a dumbass streamer. And I repeat this over and over again. And it's like, I've never said that. I've never said that I'm like a revolutionary leader or anything like that. And yet people have like basically made up this idea that I'm some socialist Jesus who practices or who doesn't practice what he preaches, and what I preach is like being socialist Jesus, and I'm actually the leader of the revolutionary vanguard, but I somehow gave up on that idea, and everyone is still duped into following me because I'm a cult leader like that. It's like, none of this is true. I'm just a dumbass Twitch streamer from the start, okay? I've been a dumbass Twitch streamer from the start, and I'm still a dumbass Twitch streamer. I've never, like, said that I was intended to be the leader of the revolutionary vanguard. I've never been like a Maoist third worldist. It's just so stupid. Like, you made that up in your mind. And then not only that, but you literally made up that, like, that's what my audience's expectations of me are. And somehow they're duped into still following me. Okay. And thinking that we are going to bring about the revolution or some shit. Like, no one in this community thinks that. And then they can't wrap their heads around. They're like, why the is he not losing any momentum? Because you made up all of that shit. And when people come in here and they go, oh, Hasan, like, I was expecting you to be this way. Well, I guess you're not that way. They realize, like, oh, it was never a thing like that at all. I don't even believe that, like, entertainment is activism or praxis, okay? I don't. My commentary and my ideals have not necessarily changed over the course of the past, 8 years? Like, almost 10 years? And not only that, but also, I'm very open about these sorts of things. Like, I'm very open about, like, what I do and what my goals are, what my motivations are. I've never turned around and been like, I'm, changing people's minds in this revolutionary capacity to act out. You can't be mad for people putting you in that position. You chirp the 30K people for 8 hours. Of course, they look at you for advice. Yes, but that's entirely different than like me presenting myself in this like Jesus-like figure. You know what I mean? It's so incredibly stupid. What? Yep, got this comment just because I shared a useful video for HasanAbi heads. What is this? What's that? Hasan said that all philosophy is just arguing by semantics. I completely disagree, and here's an example of how you can use philosophical thinking to look deep into the cause of popularity of the manosphere. Seems like a major self-report of him if that's his view of philosophy. First of all, it's a joke, especially about how annoying philosophy majors are, and it's true. You guys are annoying. Like, if you're a philosophy nerd, you're annoying as shit, okay? Everybody knows this. You're a blank canvas straw man for the right, and they love using you for engagement over made-up things. Yeah, it's incredibly fucking stupid. I told my lefty friend I like you, and he said, ew, he's worse than cops. Yes, I routinely am executing unarmed people on the streets. A lot of people don't understand the purpose of philosophy in the real world, especially if you're in political change. It's a challenge, which is why I share the video being a Hasan watcher myself. What is this conversation that you're having? That's true. I just think that if you're a political activist who fails to see the purpose of philosophy, then you're ill-equipped to engage in, let alone lead political activism. Oh my God. You are brain broken, and so is this other person. Never send me like your random conversation that you had with like other brain broken dickheads ever again. It's definitely an issue these days. People don't spend any time watching something or letting content breathe before passing judgment. They just parrot others. Yeah. Writers have just made you look the way you do and don't preach what they preach, Lamau. I know. It's incredibly stupid. I don't know how to combat it. I don't really care anymore. What do I always tell you guys? Okay? You just put your head down and make content. The reason why I looked at this thread is because it's like completely unhinged. Most famous leftist in history is a 9 out of 10. Most famous rightist in history is a 6 out of 10. He's not the most famous right-winger in history, and I'm certainly not the most famous left-winger in history. Not that that matters even. Who the is the most famous leftist or most famous right-winger is completely irrelevant. How does a civilization fix this, this person says. Ladies, who's more attractive, this person asks. Hasan versus Tate, I'm a man show. Results wins. People are so confused, so let me explain. Hasan and Tate are the most popular individuals in their ideology in the history for two main reasons. A thread. One, global appeal. People are saying Stalin and Hitler are the most popular, but this is incorrect. First of all, I can't even read the rest of this. It's just so stupid, okay? It's incredibly stupid. I don't know how to deal with this. It's just that, like, I have no control over this kind of shit, okay? My point is, I have no control over this kind of shit, and it's bait, and then all these other dumbasses on Twitter run with it and act like this is something that I've fostered, this is something that I've created, this is something that I actually welcome, and I fucking hate that. Like, I didn't even know this thing existed until it was brought to my For You page by another person responding to it, okay? These kinds of Twitter threads always come as discourse for the sake of discourse. No real ideological or political project behind the sentiments. It's just fandom for them. Yeah. One thing that I don't like is, and I've talked about routinely, is that, like, People that experience politics from Twitter and from YouTube, unfortunately, have no way of like of truly analyzing situations. And basically, the framework for looking at anything that happens on the planet, including you guys as well, is like how their favorite content creator responds to a particular thing that's happening in the real world. Like, move beyond your content creators. Use me as a vessel if you want for information. But obviously, like, my own personal feelings and my own personal opinions on any particular matter should not be the end all be all for how you see the world.